So I spent the last 3 months in the US and I
Yes.
met all the AI guys,
Yes.
everyone you can think of. The valuations are cuckoo.
The true test will come is when the AI bubble fades. Then we'll see what really happens. Because if it weren't for the AI bubble today, the AI mania, I think the American stock market would be down. So if you look at the American stock market today, the average stock in America is barely up.
Yeah.
But whatever returns that you're getting, 8, 9, 10% at the overall index level is all happening because of the AI dominated companies at the top.
If you were to put $1 in 100 of the leading AI companies of today, 10 years down the line, I don't think you would have made money
Yeah,
at today's valuation.
exactly.
Some people are making the case that AI increased productivity. Eventually, excess productivity will lead to a deflationary environment where interest rates will be negative and countries which have a deficit will deflate their currencies out of deficit in a way.
We are currently in the midst of an AI mania,
Yeah.
where every problem in the world is being solved because of AI.
What's your view of it?
I think that it's undoubtedly a hugely transformative technology, but I'm very concerned that this got echoes of what we went through in 2000. Every episode's different. But the whole idea, we began your show by sort of saying this, that the definition of a bubble is a good idea gone too far.
Right.
So I'm all for the benefits of AI and stuff.
Yeah.
But whether this AI is going to come and in terms of solve every problem and the governments can be as profligate as they want and they can spend as much as they want,
Yeah.
I just don't buy that, which is the fact that, yes, in terms of that, it should boost productivity, but technology is always boosting productivity.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the issue is, how big an impact it's going to have on productivity. But technology is always boosting productivity, from the steam engine to electricity and stuff. And, in Singapore, I remember growing up and Lee Kuan Yew saying that the best thing that ever happened for their growth model was air conditioning. That without air conditioning, the country wouldn't have been able to grow, whatever. So we're always seeing technology improve. Now, whether AI is going to swamp all of this and lead to such a massive increase in productivity that we can all, in terms of not have to work and the governments can give universal basic income and stuff. I just find that idea to be too far-fetched and not something that you can plan on from today.
So I spent the last 3 months in the US and I
Yes.
met all the AI guys,
Yes.
everyone you can think of. The valuations are cuckoo. Like
Right.
there are companies which are earning $50 million, $100 million of revenue, losing a lot of money, but they're worth 10 billion, 20 billion, 30 billion, pick the company, right? In a way, they seem to be making an argument that the world output is about $100 trillion. About 50 trillion of the 100 is coming from services. And they say if 10% of the services output is disrupted by AI, which is 5 trillion, it justifies all the infra spend that is happening around AI right now. I don't know if I buy the argument or not, but that's their argument.
As I said that even back in 2000, all these companies were trading at 50 times sales, 100 times sales. And we are seeing something similar happen this time as well. But we know what happened to those companies eventually. How many survived, how many ended up actually becoming profitable and all. So the technology stayed.
Yeah.
But how many of those companies actually benefited and survived is the question.
I'm with you on that if you were to put $1 in 100 of the leading AI companies of today, 10 years down the line, I don't think you would have made money
Yeah,
at today's valuation.
exactly. So I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Which is that, and something similar happened back then.
Yeah.
But of course, Apple came out of it later, and Amazon, fell by 90%.
Yeah.
And then rose all the way back, and Microsoft staged a comeback and stuff.
Yeah.
But so that's my point, that there's a lot of AI hype today. And this bubble can get bigger. We know that because there's no end to this, particularly when the Fed is cutting interest rates and stuff, like this can happen.
Yeah.
But the whole idea that you can base policy already on AI, where the governments think they can spend what they want and stuff, I don't think we're there yet. So therefore, I find, just back to your original question, that universal basic income, in terms of that, nobody has the money today to roll it out in any big way. No government in the world, including the United States.